Lara, there was more to my life than boardrooms and business deals.
When can I get one of those cameras?
Yeah.
That lasts for 20 years, battery ain't gone down, dust all on the shit.
We just saw this in Annihilation. Where are people buying these things?
Yeah. These indestructible cameras that are out there.
They last for years.
DTmerch.com. You can even go to the link on our site right there, and it'll take you over to DTmerch.com, and you will see all of the stuff that we have there, like the black cotton tee. That's a classic now. That's our best-selling shirt. We got the jerseys, the hats, the phone covers, the backpacks, and since you're sitting up there all dressed up, but no place to go, why don't you come on the show with us? You know, you are an official Toasty, proudly showing the world that you like what we do, so become a subscriber. And you might want to do that to just support, but I recommend that you do actually catch a live stream and be a part of the program here. Email, phone call, maybe you'll show your pretty face around here on a Skype call. And there are many ways to do that. The way I recommend is using your Amazon account, combining it with our Amazon Pay button, and put your username in there, your password, press that send. Don't do anything else. Just sit back because, oh, shit, you feel that? Ooh, what is going on with me? Don't panic. That's that toasty goodness all over your body right now.
Or a stroke.
Or a stroke.
Or withdrawal.
I'm going to go with toasty goodness right now. A nice toasty stroke is what you're having at this moment. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get into it. Get into the movie tonight. We're talking about Tomb Raider. Got a long history with this girl, Lara Croft. So y'all think y'all know Lara Croft. Y'all ask me about Lara Croft. I tell you how long I've known this girl. I know this girl when she had square titties, man. That's how long I've known her.
Pyramid titties.
Yeah, pyramid titties right there, man. Yeah, I've known her since she was introduced in 1996. I love the way people like said, yeah, man. Because back in the day, a bunch of horny kids were playing this game. And I'm like, I don't give a yeah, you. Yeah. I don't give a shit.
She ain't nothing but angles and pyramids.
But you ain't seen when she crawled, though, in the game.
That ass was round.
Yeah, you're like, let me move the camera. There we go.
No angles there, man.
If you said a hot geometry class.
Right. Yeah. Hey, man, math is hot.
Yeah, but them dudes were still horny out there when that was happening. So I don't give a damn about that tent on her chest right there. Talking about this tent in my pants right now. That's one of my favorite cosplay costumes, too.
Jesus. I was like, no, he didn't. He ain't gonna try to just walk on from it.
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm
gonna walk away from that explosion.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that shit proudly. Good night, everybody. Thank you. The game was so massive and such a big hit, as many big games back in the day did. Prompted a movie adaptation starring Angelina Jolie. And that was back in 2001. And Angelina Jolie, you know, she was the hot one back then. Big talk of the town. And everybody said, oh, there's no way Lara Croft, portrayed by Angelina Jolie, in a big budget Hollywood movie based on a video game?
Yeah.
There's no way that could fail.
That's the recipe for success.
Oh, yes. It's worked so many times before.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, as we all know now, no, that is the exact opposite of what happened with this. And didn't even know when to stop. Had a sequel.
Yeah, Cradle of Life.
Yeah. And that one, the first one, they said, all right, you know, Angelina Jolie, people just went to go see her in there because she's fine as hell. Once people, you know, ran a little dry.
I'm spent. I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you know, I don't need a second movie. I'm good. And that movie bombed bad, but both these movies were critical failures. But later on in life, somebody came in and they said, you know something? Women's pride thing right now. And women, they don't like to be sexually objectified, and they want to be seen as powerful. And they went in and said, all right, you know something? This is the perfect time to come in and reboot Tomb Raider. Maybe even get some females in there. Lara Croft came in, you know, she had a boob job, looked more realistic. They actually made her tough, but the biggest thing is that at the same time, they made her very vulnerable. And that
she takes a lot of punishment in that game.
Oh, she does, man. Every 2 minutes.
You're just sitting at a table. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Splinters.
Yeah. Can I use your bathroom? You all right in there? Yeah. But that image working for the video game, it's also a perfect time to go in and reboot the movie series. See if we can actually set that back on track. You know, after all, this is the hashtag Me Too generation here, the movement that's going on, and maybe we can actually come in and make a game that, or a movie that not only the guys will like, but the girls will feel empowered by. And we have Alicia Vikander as the title character, Lara Croft. She's represented as an independent woman that, you know, we want to see her as. She's so independent that she's stupid.
Yes.
Yes.
Very stupid.
Stupid as hell, man. They say your daddy ain't coming back. He's been missing for 10 years. Girl, just take this money. No, that's not the Croft way. That's not the kind of Croft
It's
I
his
am.
money. He made it.
Daddy Croft is giving you this right
Yeah,
here.
that is the Croft way. It's his money.
Oh no. Girl, all right,
I was mad. I was like, you dumb woman.
But she was this smart. They're like, okay, you know that house you always going to every night? While you out there trying to play Miss Poor Girl, that's just going to be gone. She signed that shit.
I'll put it in blood.
This is the way Father would want it. Yeah, I thought so. But when she gets the house, she starts to discover a lot of secrets within it. And these secrets might actually lead her to her father, who might still be alive. And along the way, where she goes out, now that she's got money, now that she's inherited a business, and now that she has clues that her father might be out there somewhere, she goes out to look for him while also discovering the Croft that she's truly meant to be, Martin.
No.
You like that shit? I've been defending the trailer because I've been talking about, if nothing else, I've defend the trailer because I defend trailers all the time. I say, hey, the movie might be good, might be bad, but the trailer is going, if I see something that I can be fair with here, I'm going to say it. And the thing that I can say right off the bat is that they have tried to actually pay some respect to the game and play respect to the people who play the game, the gamers that play it. You know, I'm looking at certain things that they do here because it looks great. You know, you see right here with this waterfall scene where they paid such close attention to detail. Anybody who's played the games can see that they have put such detail in there, right down to even like the rusty debris. You know, the environment's the same palette. Oh, it didn't do that. Right there.
I was waiting for that. I was like, come on, it can happen. I know this is a movie, but come on.
It was a reset.
Yeah. No,
Prince of Persia.
No, they couldn't impale her head on debris like that.
Whack.
They had to keep it PG-13. Now, they did give her a little splinter in her side.
Which happened in the game as well.
Yeah, which happened in the game. You know, she walked away with, and they gave her some stitches, you know. So
Right, but you know, Bruce Willis does it all the time.
yeah, exactly. But we're talking about female empowerment here, Martin. And so you can see that they've gone in and done this. Another thing I can say, they've even kind of brought in some gameplay. Have you played the game?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. You played the game, right?
I have
Yeah.
not.
Martin, you played this before.
Yes.
And Martin's like, hell yeah.
I loved it.
No, and one of the things, if you are like most of us here and you played the game, you can even see some elements of gameplay brought into the movie. One of the things that Lara Croft, the new Lara Croft, that you can say about her, she got some strong ass fingers, man.
Yeah, she got gorilla grip.
Yeah, she does. She got gorilla glue in her hands the way she grips on things. You can see here that they kind of kept that, where she grabs on things and does the traversing like you see in the game.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that they incorporated from the game, which you're like, if you play the game, you would notice it. Her pickaxe is something that's new in the game, so they threw that in here. Then also, one of the big things with this new one was her having a bow and arrow. Yeah. So like, there was a whole like new stealth element, because with the original Tomb Raider games, a lot of it was just going in a tomb. Maybe you shoot a tiger or an alligator or some shit and then keep it moving. But with the new ones, it's more about you encountering people and all this other stuff. So you kind of got to be stealthy while you're using a bow and arrow, which I thought was dope.
There are elements that might actually appeal to people who just love action movies. They don't want to play the game, they just want to watch. I think they do a good job with that here, of doing that. You haven't not played the game.
Yes.
How did you feel about these action scenes?
I thought, for the most part, I thought they were pretty solid. And even though I haven't played the game, I'm pretty familiar with parts of it. Like, I know the bow and arrow. I know the whole plane sequence. And I agree. Like, it was a cool way to do those callbacks, but it wasn't like the whole movie stopped to call attention to itself.
No. And I would even say that visually, I like Alicia Vikander in here. Now, you know, in the face, does she look like her? No, it doesn't matter, though. I think they chose somebody who has a good body type, and the girl trained very hard to get the physique that it's not, again, objectified, over sexualized, which is a thing that they want to make sure that they didn't do with this new version. A lot of people appreciated that. Since she's so small, that's how you can believe these little monkey jumps and climbs that she does.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, she's small enough to where gravity ain't pulling her down that hard.
Yeah, she fights him in like in a scrappy kind of way, but at the same time, she still looks strong. Like if she gets you in a headlock, it's gonna suck.
Right.
Yeah.
That's basically every kid.
Damn it! Yeah, like that one dude that she got, and he thought he was beating her ass, and he's like, "Yeah, I fucked up."
Just finish me off. God damn.
If she gets you in a headlock, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, it was an insultful death too. I mean, like she had his face in the mud.
Yeah, that one was rough.
The problem with the material that she has is that she's that hero that's introduced to us after she's getting into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Because she just has that much spunkiness in her life.
This billionaire heiress is getting in trouble trying to make money doing favor.
And that's the other thing here is like, this whole thing of trying to make her seem like somebody. Well, I like that whole angle of I don't want to be recognized as a billionaire as I have my bike ride back to Wayne Manor, but she like girl, you ain't fooling nobody. Like, nobody likes you. In fact, we're about to rob your ass, but kidnap you, hold you for hostage. But they do some dumb things with her with this setup, trying to prove that she's a real person too. One of the dumbest things that they do is that they at the beginning of the movie they show this dumbass bike chase. Of her going through London, which I thought that cyclists in Austin were bad.
Man,
no, they almost in London they must kill about 10 of these motherfuckers every week because they just driving in.
They keep on going.
Yeah, man, because they deserve it. Playing these stupid games, driving through traffic in front of buses. With a foxtail leaking paint.
Yeah, like you're causing a lot of property damage, man. This is not cool.
If you want to make a character unsympathetic, to me, make them a cyclist. Like the second I see them riding a bike, weaving in and out of traffic, like fuck that person.
No, it was also they could play like the latest London hits, the musical hits, and sell a little bit of what the kids like to do these days.
Yeah,
showing them on bikes. Hey, she's just like you. Another thing though is that a lot of people. They just might not like this Lara Croft so much because of her grunts and all of her moans and everything that she does in every action scene, because she does that a lot, sometimes several times within the same scene.
You gotta finish.
Yeah, whoever's having sex with Lara Croft, the police is gonna get called while you're doing that. The problem is, and I didn't mind it so much. I know some people say even from the trailer they didn't like it.
That never bothers me. Matter of fact, I appreciate it because it shows that what they're doing is not easy.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. In the game, she does that a lot. It's something that again I think that they're trying to keep close to the game.
She's having a ball.
If you listen to the last part, she's not even like screaming at him. She's like, she growling doing that Chihuahua grunt. Something I would tell you. Something else with this movie too is that near the end of it, it went in some places that I didn't expect it to go. They kept hinting that it was going to be this big reveal there, this big thing that was going to happen, some Indiana Jones type stuff. And without spoiling anything, it didn't take that this big as supernatural or
it didn't pull an Uncharted
or magical turn as I thought it would.
Yeah.
They actually tried to keep it somewhat grounded to actually make it make more sense.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Yeah. Because and the reason why that's good is because the whole time they're talking about this ancient Japanese witch, and it just sounds stupid.
It's Hemato. They buried her on the island because she was a witch. She could touch people like hello.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
You're expecting another enchantress to pop up, popping and locking and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's not what you're getting. While I was led to some unexpected places here, movie was still boring, man.
Yeah, man.
This is directed by a dude named Roar.
Roar.
No, take that R off and put a B up there. No, this shit. This is directed by a dude named Martin.
I didn't even look this way because I knew he was going to react. I was like, just look up.
Yeah.
Martin
Figure it out.
Martin like, you son of a bitch. No, you didn't do it. No, man, I'm expecting a dude with a lion suit coming in there. Yeah, let's do some actions right now. Come on. No, man, this thing is so, to me, now I can't speak to anybody else, but this thing is so boring. It has a lot of dull characters in there and a lot of dull dialogue.
Yes.
And the dialogue is really, it's not so much that this movie is ridiculous or stupid or, following the veins of other video game movies. No, it actually is trying to play it too safe. It's actually it's pulling back a little bit too much. I wish this was stupid.
I went in hoping that it would be.
I feel like I'm going through the same basic steps, and then when we have these lulls between action scenes, like the way this dialogue is being delivered, and even Lara's pseudo motivation, it just seems kind of lost in the fray.
Yeah, her motivation is very stock too. It's something we've seen done so many times in just generic action movies, and this really needed like a good script doctor.
There's stuff that goes on, and I gotta find my dad. And like the way she goes about it is like the worst way. It's like, yo, if you had these other opportunities and things that people are trying to give to you, you could rent a helicopter instead of taking a boat. You could do a whole bunch of smart stuff, but they just make her look so dumb. And that's one of the things from the video game, that she's a very intelligent person.
I'm sitting up here talking about all these great visuals that they have in the game here. It's like they spent too much time trying to stay authentic to the look, instead of really concentrating on some other things, like, again, character and dialogue. They do things here where they try to stick to the video game so much that it's to a fault. There are some things that you do for video games that you should never, ever translate to a movie. One of those main things being puzzle solving.
Okay, I'm glad you said this shit, man. Because you were sitting there watching it.
Y'all know.
Are they seriously going to make us sit here and watch her solve a puzzle for 5 minutes? I was like, this is terrible.
The movie stops. It stops,
y'all. This is
to have her solve a puzzle
with gummy bears.
With gummy bears. I told Gertz in the movie, I was like, is she really gonna use these big ass gummy bears and stuff them in a wall?
Crack me up.
You watch your goddamn mind. I mean, and that's even later in the movie. That's like the third puzzle she's got to do.
Yeah.
There are several
big Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
There are several puzzles. And you know what? At least with those gummy bears and Jolly Ranchers, they had color.
Yeah.
They at least were kind of pretty.
And at least it was a scene where there was something happening, so you had to kind of hurry up and do it.
The floor was disappearing.
Yeah.
It was a puzzle to solve before people died. There was one moment where they got to go into a tomb, and it just stops for her to unlock the keys. It's really like looking. It really is like looking at somebody just for 10 minutes, just sitting up there. Wait, hold on, it's one of these keys. Hold on.
I'd rather watch someone play Tetris.
I'm gonna get it, man. Hold on.
Yeah, it's all the excitement of watching somebody solve a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. You might as well just let her just sit down and just do a crossword puzzle for 5 minutes, and everybody just wait.
That's kind of what she did with the first puzzle.
Yeah. It ain't no dialogue. It's just her flipping switches on a door.
And they're playing dramatic music.
Walter Goggins like, this bitch for real. And I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about the director. Come on.
Yeah, hurry up.
Cut that goddamn music off.
It's a triumph. No. Go in the door.
There was a lot of that with the score here. It's like mundane thing.
Just the sound design in this movie is so weird, man. You have that where they're like, she's solving a puzzle and they're playing that dramatic ass music. There's that scene where you see it in the trailer where like the boat's crashing and there's like all these lightning flashes, but there's no thunder.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's a lot of lightning. It looks like a strobe light in the studio just flashing in her face.
It's like looking at somebody flip light switches for 10 minutes and then
I leaned over to Gertz. I was like, this sure is a quiet thunderstorm.
But if you only played the music in the dramatic parts, you wouldn't have any music. And all of it's just kind of mundane and dull, and you keep waiting for it to. I just felt like it passed on every opportunity to do or say something interesting,
Oh, no,
remarkable.
Oh, shit, wait a minute, I found the right key. Again, you know, that's the fault, trying to stick to a lot of the things that you see in the game. You know, a lot of the either scenes from the game or elements of the game or the iconography. I mean, right down to like her showing her 2 guns right there, and actually, again, making the movie stop and like, hey, y'all remember these? You know, this is
With the braid, you're like, God damn it.
with the braid, yeah,
Speaking of, hey, remember this? You remember how she picked up the Asian guy as her co-star, and then he just kind of disappeared for
It was funny too because they said they ain't gonna let this yellow man ain't gonna get shit at all.
He was like Finn in the Jedi movies. Yeah, it's like no, but we gotta wait for Laura though. I'm just waiting for her. It's like, man, she ain't gonna give you no ass.
Yeah.
Go save your life.
Yeah, listen, you thirsty motherfucker.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
It really was, man. And the thing is, in the movie, I like him. He's actually charismatic, man. He's actually funny.
Because everyone else was just so dull. Like, give him a few lines that actually people endear him to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I like this character a lot. I wish they had done more with him. If he had, and I'm not, look, I know y'all think I always bring race in and stuff, and I'm not trying to, but I just have this feeling like if he was not Asian, there would have been a love plot line going on. I mean,
Or at least sexual tension.
or some sexual tension.
I think these are coordinates.
They're clock hands.
They're not clock hands. They are clock hands.
Oh,
Yeah, you right. You still ain't getting no ass. Yeah, you know what? You just fucked that up.
That's just one of 57 stupid things Lara Croft does in this movie.
Yeah, you smart, but you just fucked that up. And it's too bad too because he's a guy that I would have loved to have seen more in the movie.
oh, sure.
Yeah.
And just being like you said, just not because you like him at first, and then he just ends up being a dumbass. Ain't no sexual tension with them. Ain't no romantic tension with them. They not even friends.
Right.
No.
And then when he sees that those rocks fall, like.
Like, why do you care? You just met her like 24 hours ago.
She came back for us. Yeah, she's also the reason you're trapped there.
Yeah, and all those other dudes behind are like, man, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
We gotta go.
Oh man, Laura, we just gonna take this gun and go on our own way. What's her father's name in the movie?
The actor's name?
Yeah,
Dominic West.
Dominic West. Dominic West in the movie. He's a
Richard Croft is his name in the movie.
Richard. Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Richard
Lord
Croft.
Lord Richard Croft.
Yeah, Lord Croft up in here. He hardly has any emotion in here. He's
Except insane.
Except insane and looking strung out, all wild and shit.
Castaway.
Yeah.
It was a volleyball with him.
Yeah. Lord Croft.
Can't let him unearth that power. He'll take over everything.
Yeah.
Dad, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, in this movie, he's just, and they do something with him in the movie that I'm starting to hate. Even in good movies, they show.
Laura, there was more to my life than boardrooms and business deals.
When can I get one of those cameras?
Yeah.
That lasts for 20 years, battery ain't gone down,
just
dust
saw-
all on this shit.
We just saw this in Annihilation. Where are people buying these things?
Yeah. These indestructible cameras that are out
They
there.
last for years.
The one that you can just leave a post-it note on and like, hey, play this. Daddy gone, but play this message.
Played it for 20 years.
You know, it's something else we just saw in A Wrinkle in Time where the daughter is on a big quest. I have to find my dad. And then finds him like, what the fuck, Dad? Why'd you leave me?
Yeah.
You know I was on a mission, right? I don't.
Yeah, you know, that's another thing with this. It's like Dominic West, he looks all crazy in the movie. The only time he shows emotion, he ain't even in the film. He's in a picture. That's all. And he can't even, that's not a real smile.
Yeah.
Shit, that's him doing that's him doing press promotion for this movie. So, did you really love being in this film? Yeah. It's good.
Now the career's going great.
It's a check. And I gotta tell you, the only thing, like normally I'm not going in here looking for anything creepy. I'm not. But after looking at all these pictures of Daddy and his little girl and them hanging out and talking about how much she misses him, and this whole time, Mama ain't mentioned at all.
Not even.
They don't give a fuck about Mama.
You don't even know what happened to her, which is weird.
If she died, she ain't missed.
I think she's dead. I think they showed her gravestone, but they never really said what happened.
They did.
Show it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, Mama didn't treat me like Daddy do.
Yeah.
You know, another part of this movie where I thought somebody was actually going to show some potential here and lift the movie a little bit above what it is. I thought it was going to be Walter Goggins, man.
Well, yeah, Walton Goggins, which I thought
Walton Goggins, yeah.
I thought maybe like he might overplay it, like he can be a lot of times, and this time he doesn't. He pulls back so far that it's like, all right, man, you're giving me nothing here.
Yeah. Well, Martin, he heard you when you criticized him in Maze Runner. You're like, you're doing too much in here. All this screaming, tone it down. And then he's like, I am the villain.
Yes.
Look out.
And yeah.
I'll get you.
I'm going to get you.
Walton Goggins, he don't want to be here, man. He sure does. He don't want to do this movie.
Do I really have to say this shit?
I've seen Walton Goggins and things before. Everybody talked about Justified. They made me want to watch the show Justified because of him. I said, I don't know, man. They said, no, the dude is crazy, man. Watch the show just for him. That dude's like, what the what happened?
That was an awesome episode.
Now, I may not know a lot of things, but I do know how to blow shit up.
I'm like, gonna be like,
not in this movie.
I'm gonna be like, you goddamn right. I'm telling you, he does not want to be in this movie. He's one of the reasons I fell asleep. Because every time he was talking like just kind of spacing out in the middle of sentences.
Yeah.
That was the point where, even when there were points where he's holding a gun at somebody, and he just starts looking off into space, and the victim is like, hey, man, focus. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. Blam.
Shoot me. Shoot me.
The only time it looks like he's into it is when he's beating Alicia Vikander's ass.
Yeah.
He gets lit up for that real quick.
You really want to do this, little girl? Let's just go home.
That's your goddamn question right there.
Act, goddammit.
Yeah, wake up! This movie is as good as melatonin, man. I was trying my best to stay awake. My head was just nodding off. I wake up and somebody start talking. I woke up and they just kept walking through that jungle. I didn't even know where I was. I said, how the hell they get here? Who are these Asian dudes, man?
Chill, you ain't missed nothing.
No, I didn't figure I did, man.
You ain't missed anything, man.
No, and believe me, I was trying. There's no reason why an action movie like this should be this boring.
Yeah, I drank a coffee before going into this, and I was like, oh no, this is the end.
And the praise we give this movie for how it looks, for all the praise we give it for being visually authentic to the source. Once they got to what the movie was titled, Tomb Raider, once they got to an actual tomb, they ran out of money.
The third act.
Yeah.
That tomb was just as generic, man. That tomb, you go in there and in addition to seeing the same skulls, the same bones, skeleton legs and feet, it was the same stones.
Sarcophagus.
So yeah, the same walls, that's them same cobwebs. That same dust. I was looking at this, and I was like, man, how does that Nickelodeon show look better than this shit? Yeah.
No, that was the thing. When I was watching this, I was like, why do I feel like I'm in line at Six Flags? Like, I feel like this is the thing before you get to the ride.
Yeah, it's the Tomb Raider. We're expecting like that to be half the movie. Like you go to the tomb and we're exploring for like, a good 45 minutes. They got 2 rooms in this tomb.
Yeah.
And they go in there and that looks cheap as hell. When they go into these tombs, there's no suspense about because I'm looking at this.
She sees them coming from a mile away.
Yeah, there's no suspense in this at all because you walk in with a handful of disposable henchmen. Oh yeah. I mean, you got to get through these before you get anybody else.
Yeah.
Because they go in, they step on a trap, and the first henchman to make a joke. He's gonna be the one to go.
Yeah.
We can't keep paying you too much longer. And the henchmen, I mean, they're so generic that the only way you can recognize them is just by one physical trait.
Yeah.
There's there's the black one, there's the white one, there's
the long-haired one.
There's the one with a beard.
There's an Asian one.
There's the one back here, the one with the man bun. It just gets to a point where the movie, it just loses suspense because of how generic it is. Man, and they got the nerve. They got the nerve at the end after all this boring shit that we done sat through after all this shit that you've done. All of a sudden, you want to get excited over, we got a franchise.
Right.
Oh, And the way they do it is
It was some dark universe shit again. I was
Yes.
like, no.
It was some Spider-Man Sinister Six that they were trying to do. But you didn't know there's a dark force behind all this. Oh, we got to have more sequels for Lord again. Get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, it did like Saw.
Yeah.
Or putting the pieces together. Ew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, it feels. Now sit your ass down. You're like, you ain't coming
Don't.
back.
Just don't.
I'll take 2.
No, you won't.
I know.
You get this one and no more.
No, yeah. You take this one movie right here and shove it up your ass. I don't need no more here. I'm done. This is so middle of the road. To be bad would actually be an accomplishment. I guarantee you, most people, I'm not going to say everybody, because I'm not going to generalize, but most people out there be like, yeah, I don't need to see it again, though. And by next year, going to even be like, oh, that's right, they did make another Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
What happened to that girl? You know?
She's got 2 guns now.
Yeah. Too bad we won't have a next movie to see them in. Or maybe we will. You know, I don't want to sit up here and say, maybe they'll make another one, depending on how this one works out, and then they can actually finally unleash. But with this here, yeah, it's the rental, man. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm not even mad at it. I'm just a little disappointed that there was potential here and it wasn't met.
3 months down the road, it's going to be like, did I see that movie? I don't remember. I remember seeing the previews. So, yeah, I feel like this is exactly what you said. It's a rental.
Yeah.
My question is always, is your movie going to be good enough that I enjoy it as much as playing the game? Because otherwise, why don't I just play the game? And this doesn't answer that question. You have to reach higher. The reason that we like it at all and it's successful in any way is because they kept their goals so low. And they achieved that. But everything up here that makes this something that you want to see repeatedly is just kind of not there. And not even in that bad, oh, you got to watch this way. Yeah, it is just a rental. I mean, I wish I could say more about it. I mean, on one hand, I do appreciate that they didn't completely fuck up.
It's nowhere near as bad as Assassin's Creed, and I thought it was going to be based off those trailers. But that said, I probably would rather watch Assassin's Creed again because of how awful it is. Just so I can show it to people and be like,
You
"Look,
say that, but
I know.
hey,
Nah, man, I'm with you in that, bro.
we've watched
That's the way
it
y'all
again.
work.
It looks all right, and that's probably the best praise I can give it. I agree. This is a rental. If you caught this on TV, you'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But this is nothing you have to make a point to go out and see.
To be honest with you, I prefer the Angelina Jolie ones over this because at least that one I was entertained by it. This one was just they were aiming so low, like you said. Like if you aim for a D-,
Yeah.
that's what I got.
I don't think they were aiming low. I think they were aiming so high that they were being too careful. But that's,
Well, I think they were aiming high to hit the video game marks, but they didn't have anything else. So it was like, what was the point of making this if I can go watch the movie version of this on YouTube, but with the video game with all the gameplay cut out?
And one thing, real quick, I know if you just saw Assassin's Creed and that was the first time you saw Michael Fassbender and something, you'd be like, this guy fucking sucks.
Right.
That's not the case with this.
Yeah,
she's
she's actually good.
I felt bad for her watching this.
Yeah.
She's trying. She just doesn't have shit to work with.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is that we keep talking about Assassin's Creed, starring Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
They're together.
Yeah.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
So you know when she got home, Michael Fassbender's like, told you.
Trying to help you.
You know.